to see. I mean, mainly where the circle is. With this plane now, for me, it's leaning possibly towards the northern circle, which generally is a much slower rate of play, right? Again, not really a typical circle in terms of where people tend to drop. But, I mean, for me, you got to go out and you got to find something here. You got to find something that's going to give you a confidence boost leading into a wrangle, whether or not it's a high kill game, not necessarily a high placement game. But I, for me, go towards some of the northern teams. Some of the default northern teams. So I'm looking towards Na'Vi. Again, Gen.G have their audible drop up here, and actually
close towards Afreeca Freecs, and yeah, Afreeca Freecs are the ones kind of pulling into this, and a trade out to start with, and EJ got flushed off this. It is a 1-for-1 kind of go through. Both teams now losing out on a player, and this is very early to be losing out on players, pulling up to this, and they are very far, not necessarily far, but they are on the edge of the eastern side. They are, again, most teams kind of playing standard. Okay, pretty far east, actually. That's the first kind of 15, potentially up to 20 minutes. It's not necessarily quiet. It's 4 a.m. already have their nades down. They expect a bit of a push coming in here. Nades come through. Luke 12 has managed to pull up, and forever. Oh, what? He didn't get the shots he needed. Uncivil somehow gets the job done first. And I'll lose a little bit baffled. And actually, this is not going well for 4 a.m. Yes, the nades found its target, but they're losing players by the dozen. Now down to 2 for shoot to kill, but the flush is coming through. Kurt's just right there, but the answer comes right back in. There is no love lost between these two. On Bale, and now just bails out himself, so no worries there. Eastern shift again. Afreeca Freecs. What does Soniqs do? What does Gen.G do? What does Na'Vi do? What does Oath do? This is where it gets sketchy for all the other teams. Na'Vi in a fight on the edge now. K7 going to take the fight to them, but 5 HP is all Zanan has, and he tries the best he can. Took down Tab, but Orange a little too strong, a little too well established at this point. FaZe diving in as well, lobbing down nades. No European friendship at this point. There's no time for that. They need points, and they need it now. They need safety on the next circle too. This is in the southeast side, so K7, FaZe still having a scrap on this. Like, wait, are they down to 2? I didn't see them die. Gen.G? Gen.G? They're crashing! They're actually crashing. This long skirt is baffled, and so am I. Unbelievable. Mine found in Nonix, so Gen.G's wild push has suddenly been called a little too quickly. PONS are here, though. Afio's got the angle. Oh, my word. He's about to spray it down. He does break down the door, but on the window. Good adjustment from Bolyang, one of the top fraggers that we've seen so far. The man is wild when it comes to it. He's got big boy aim coming out, but Gen.G, I can't believe that sort of push.
Yeah, desperation send in there. Pretty much everything occupied in this circle. Zhao Yang actually going to get a little bit of company. Yester just decides to run in, hip fire in the AK, and he will pick that one up.
A lot of games he's been on that roof. Yeah, he does. He's Assassin's Creed. He's just having a good time. Svit trying to have a good time himself, but Fuzzface now has to back away. Find a new angle. He loses the fight. Gustav and Uber trying to help out, but AC has found Jeems. So a big pickup considering the circle has just moved to the northeast side.
And look, actually, Uber and Gustav are both shooting towards Liquid as well. So 80 relaying that information after the knock comes through. I mean, if Uber and Gustav have a vehicle, they can potentially get back up, because this circle is pretty favorable for 80's position. Unfortunate Fuzzface has fallen. Esther still doing rooftop things. Nine and Bolyang just desperate to try and flush him out. Oh, no. He's going to have heard that. He heard the pin get pulled. He dropped the nade on top of him. It could kill his teammate if he comes past.
Oh, Bolyang's...
But only get met by some damage from Hansi. Yeah, hello. What? They're pulling up on Relo here. Wookie down to 1 HP here on the other side. No, they're both inside the same smoke.
Wookie was so low, though. His HP just soaked enough of the damage there. And FaZe are taking chunks out of Liquid. And now TSM's pull-up has gone pretty poorly. AAA, Oath, it doesn't really matter. They have not really found any sort of home to reside in. Liquid still trying to hold on to this position. You can see them in a little bit of a poor spot here. FaZe have been just single target focusing them. Relo does get the flush towards Wookie Bookie. And again, we're still waiting for the resolution of the Soniqs push. It looks like FURIA have found their end.
And it's smoking already.
Doesn't look...
They're still alive. I'm amazed. Okay, there you go.
Did you order, like, a free bit of feeding there? Here we go. K7. Just Lockslock, I think, alive at this point. The rest got culled on the way. trying to get off a quick heal, I'm sure. And while this happens, would be the perfect time for Soniqs to push up and clear. They need to go now. They need to capitalize on what's happening. This is going to be madness. Shrimzy does find Hansia. This looks like Afreeca Freecs are down and out. Yeah, down in 11th. They held this compound for so long. They tried to keep control, but it's too prime of a target. And Tiggleton's nade is just perfect. K7 gone, big compound gained, but the circle just trickles away from them again.
Yeah, not an awful lot to play. I mean, Clip, meanwhile, actually going to get a long distance spray down with the barrel onto Svit here. Jay is trying to respond onto it. And actually, Clip's the last man standing for Liquid. I'm not sure when that happened again. Was it FaZe just given the time and space to pick them apart?
Yeah. No one having eyes on FaZe. Soniqs, I want to see those next steps because this is where it gets tough for them. They might have to go into frag out mode because there's no cover here for them.
Yeah, they're trying to smoke their way all the way towards Pat Caps' hay bales. Tiggleton, I guess, just trying to maximize the value out of this rooftop position while he can until it's out of the circle. Well, yeah, Shrimzy will actually find a knock onto Miracle here. They're trying to make a similar move towards Pat Caps.
Everyone just wants to be around Pat Caps, man. Yeah, I mean, Soniqs are forging a path. It's a really treacherous one. You can see them utilizing that smoke. So many committed already. This is going to be a step-by-step scenario. AAA have already got their hands filled with TSM. Nade comes out. It does a bit of damage. Yeah, it's kept them away for now. 2 big tags come in, and that's going to keep at least a bit of a slower roll on this, but fire from the backlines, AAA. Again, making it hard work for Pat Caps. Nades, mollies being thrown back in. None so far have found Pat Caps, so he's going to stay as pinned to the ground as he can. But Soniqs, there's a time limit on this. Those smokes are about to dissipate. They can be left in the open with maybe a couple of rocks here and there, but Virtus.pro are in trouble. They're now getting engaged upon. We said the Triumph might push out of the compound, and they are. Heroeson's putting up good numbers towards Volleybed. Pat Caps finds H-Win, and here we go. There's the nade from Peng, and it's going to be VP down now towards the top 5. Soniqs, I don't know if they can do much about that player being knocked. H-Win might have to accept his fate here because they're under so much threat. They can't get rid of Pat Caps. They're struggling so bad on this.
Yeah, Pat Caps is prone with this Org. He's able to lay so much damage onto Soniqs. They can't really respond. They can't spot him. You see, look at the bush just blocking the vision from Mime. He will finally get found out there. Tiggleton going to put his 5th kill up and down to the top 4 now.
Great work. And now Soniqs, this is where
TSG, meanwhile, do have to make moves. And I mean, if Peng dies, actually, that's going to give an opening for FaZe to kind of sweep south along that ridge.
Oh, he's found Shrimzy.
Yeah, that's not good.
No, and you're right. It's that the wider positioning, but Peng can't survive in the blue. Once this starts hitting, it hits hard. He's found Gustav. He's put up a great last stand, but HP's too low. He's gone down. Now, FaZe looking to probably get that res in as fast as they can, just in case Soniqs had crept up. But I don't think there's going to be time for it. By the time they get to the top, I don't think they could do much. So Soniqs at least has the south portion here. AAA has very little cover to work with, but I guess something, and they're still in. H-Win's position, if he can land more shots like he just did, I mean, they are not going to be peeking too happily, but look at the state of his gear. Vest broken, helmet red. He is not sitting brilliantly, and utility, I didn't see nades, I didn't see smokes. They are in a very precarious spot, and I'm not seeing Shrimzy or Tiggleton trying to heal up here unless they are somewhat out of boosts as well, or stims. I don't know. FaZe are going to be forced to fight on this circle, though. This is going to be a big battle. I know FaZe have been in battles constantly. Liquid's been their detriment, a little more utility, but gear just as broken. And these two veterans of war by this point now, nades coming up, flashes going out. It's all they've got to play with for now.
Yeah, FaZe actually stacked up. I'm glad to see Sonic send another member over to the eastern side of the hill here, but FaZe is trying to get an opening with one of these nades. Obviously, FaZe 8 has cut right in between these two teams, so FaZe Clan need to fight for this next ridge over, but Sonic's already reinforcing on this side. This is going to be an absolute bloodbath. H-Win still looking back over towards AAA, so Tiggleton, Shrimzy, and Mime have nothing else to worry about right now.
Yeah, Uber's still trying to keep track of AAA, but again, with the player disadvantage, you're going to have a 2v3 essentially. AT desperately wants to use this low ground. You can see him trying to find a way around for it, and he might be able to slot in slightly, but you can't feel as though he'd trade effectively on that. There's so few options, and that blue's going to shuffle him forward. I'm seeing AAA slowly encroaching as well. It looks like Gems has made it to the foot of the hillside, which is more problems for FaZe more than Soniqs here. H-Wing can stay safe unless AAA suddenly swings south, but they're in the open. I'm seeing flashes, not smokes. Maybe they're out of utility too. Uber's going to have an angle on this pretty soon. He's going to have just that ridgeline to play with. H-Win's found one. Now we need to look for the others. Here we go. Uber's in on it. This is AAA going to get absolutely smashed. But Gems, he's found Uber at the top. This is now game time. This is now game on. And there goes Tiggleton to get the flush. Okay, we're down to 2. A 4v3. FaZe up against Soniqs. And now Soniqs, look, they've pushed up. They've backed FaZe to the blue. FaZe have so little room to work with now.
Yeah, that's it. The flashes come through. H-Win looks like he wants to aggress on this, but the rest of Sonic sweeping back down to try and deal with Gustav and 8C. This is going to be a fight that's decided by the high ground. Uber now pinned to the back. Shrimsy and Mime both find a knock here. Uber the last man standing for FaZe Clan as Sonics close in.
Don't doubt Uber. There's always a chance with this man, but it's going to be such a tough battle for him to try and work out. So little HP, no meds to really work with. A couple of bandies, and that's it. He sees a few, he sees another, he gets down. Mime, he's doing work, but